Thinking like a Programmer, Part 2. Problem-solving tools and strategies. Chapter 5. Decomposition, breaking down problems. One of the most effective tools for tackling complex problems is decomposition, the process of breaking a large task into smaller, more manageable steps. This strategy allows you to focus on one piece at a time, reducing overwhelm and making it easier to identify potential solutions. Decomposition is not just for programmers. It's a universal skill that can be applied in any domain. How to divide complex tasks into smaller steps. Decomposing a problem begins with identifying the overall goal and then dividing it into subtasks. For example, if your goal is to renovate a room, you might break it into steps, such as budgeting, selecting materials, hiring contractors, and managing the timeline. Each subtask can then be addressed individually, allowing you to make steady progress. A key to effective decomposition is prioritization. Determine which subtasks need to be completed first and how they relate to one another. Some tasks may be dependent on others. For example, painting cannot begin until repairs are complete. By organizing these steps logically, you create a clear roadmap to follow. Exercises to practice decomposition in real life. Number 1. Organizing a party. List everything needed for the event, such as invitations, food, decorations, and entertainment. Break each item into actionable steps. For example, for food, decide on the menu, shop for ingredients, and prepare dishes. Number 2, planning a vacation. Divide the process into subtasks like choosing a destination, booking transportation and accommodation, creating an itinerary and packing. Address each component systematically to avoid last-minute stress. Practicing decomposition with everyday tasks strengthens your ability to handle complexity and approach challenges with confidence. Chapter 6. Thinking in Steps, Sequencing. Sequencing is the foundation of logical problem solving. It involves arranging tasks or actions in the correct order to achieve a desired outcome. In programming, this concept is essential, as computers execute instructions exactly as written. In life, improper sequencing can lead to inefficiencies and errors. Why order matters in problem solving. The sequence of steps often determines success or failure. Consider baking a cake. Mixing ingredients before preheating the oven won't harm the process, but skipping the step of adding baking powder can ruin the entire effort. Similarly, when assembling furniture, following the instructions out of order can result in frustration and a wobbly final product. Sequencing also applies to decision making. For example, when planning a project, you need to conduct research before creating a strategy and executing tasks. Skipping research may lead to uninformed decisions and wasted effort. Thinking in steps ensures that each action builds on the previous one. Flowcharts and decision trees as visual aids. Visual aids like flowcharts and decision trees are invaluable for sequencing complex tasks. A flowchart uses symbols and arrows to map out a process step by step, while a decision tree helps you explore multiple outcomes based on different choices. For instance, a flowchart for meal preparation might outline steps such as choose a recipe, gather ingredients, cook, and serve. A decision tree for career planning might start with identify interests, branching into pursue education, or seek work experience. These tools provide clarity and help you visualize dependencies and outcomes. Chapter 7. Decision Making, Conditionals. Decision making often involves evaluating conditions and determining the appropriate course of action. In computational thinking, conditionals take the form of if, then, else statements, which guide logical decisions based on specific criteria. This framework is just as applicable in everyday choices as it is in programming. How if, then, else thinking applies to everyday choices. Conditionals help us weigh options and make decisions efficiently. For instance, imagine you're deciding whether to go for a walk. You might think, if it's sunny, then I'll go outside. Else, I'll stay in and read. By evaluating the condition, weather, and its outcomes, you streamline the decision-making process. This approach is useful for more complex decisions as well. Consider buying a new car. If the car fits my budget and meets my needs, then I'll purchase it. Else, I'll keep looking. Framing decisions in conditional terms clarifies your priorities and simplifies the evaluation process. Examples of conditionals in decision making. Budgeting. If I save 20% of my income, Then I can afford a vacation, else I'll wait another month. Time management. If I finish my work early, then I'll have time for a workout, else I'll prioritize rest. By incorporating conditionals into your thinking, you can approach decisions systematically and make choices with confidence. Chapter 8, Loops, when repetition is key. Many tasks in life involve repetition, from brushing your teeth daily to practicing a skill. Repetition builds habits and reinforces learning. In programming, loops are used to automate repetitive actions. Understanding how to recognize and optimize repetitive tasks can save time and energy. Recognizing repetitive tasks and automating them. Identifying repetitive tasks is the first step toward improving efficiency. For example, if you find yourself manually sending the same email to multiple people, you might use an email template or automation tool. Similarly, if grocery shopping involves buying the same staples every week, creating a reusable list can streamline the process. Automation isn't limited to technology. Personal routines can be optimized as well. For instance, preparing meals in bulk reduces the need to cook every day, freeing up time for other activities. Recognizing patterns in your tasks allows you to design more efficient workflows. Examples: daily routines, fitness goals, and scheduling. Daily routines. Establishing a morning routine, such as waking up, exercising, and preparing breakfast, eliminates the need to decide each step every day. Fitness goals. Training for a marathon involves repeating running exercises with gradual increases in intensity. This structured repetition builds endurance and confidence. Scheduling. Setting recurring reminders for bills, meetings, or chores ensures that important tasks are never forgotten. By leveraging the power of loops in your daily life, you can handle repetitive tasks more effectively and focus your energy on what matters most. Mastering these tools and strategies, decomposition, sequencing, conditionals, and loops, equips you with a versatile problem-solving toolkit. Whether tackling personal challenges or professional projects, these principles will help you think more systematically and achieve your goals with greater ease.